Okay, so how the fuck do I start this off? This is so confusing. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. So I have this thing. It is I have an actual phobia that I don't really talk about with anyone that much. But I've always wanted to talk about it. And how do I say this, dude? I have not seen that many videos on YouTube or on the internet at all about it. It is a little thing called Kosmemophobia. And this is something that I have had for pretty much my entire life. Usually phobias start with some past experience or something, maybe something traumatic that like activated like a fear of something, like they had a horrible experience with a spider, or they were bitten by one, sent to the emergency room, and now they have a arachnophobia. They're afraid of spiders because of something that happened to them in the past. But with this phobia, Kosmemophobia, this is, I don't know if there's actually anything that has ever that could cause this to happen. I think it's just innate. But the thing about it is, okay, you know what? The first thing that I should say is what it is. So Kosmemophobia is the fear or feeling of intense disgust at the sight of small metal objects or jewelry. Alright. And that can be things like earrings, metal bracelets, chains are the fucking worst, coins, some people have it with coins, and silverware. Some people have it with silverware, and I do have it a little bit with silverware, but we can talk about this later. This is all, I'll plan this. I've planned this. Now I know what you're saying, right? If you have Kosmemophobia, what the fuck is that on your wrist? You're wearing a watch. That's a small metal object, right? That has metal on it. Yes, it does. I'm gonna get into that later, because I actually wore this on purpose for this video. Whenever I tell someone about this, they don't seem to believe me, which is why I wanted to make this video, because it is a real thing, and it really does bother me. It really does affect the way that I go through life and the relationships that I have with people. The best way that I can describe this to you is really the general feeling of it, right? You ever watch those videos of people popping zits? Yeah, those really disgusting videos that people actually find entertaining for some reason. And there are try not to throw up challenges based on those videos, where people just watch those videos and they try not to throw up. Entertaining to watch someone throw up, but not entertaining to watch these people popping zits. I don't understand, like, why do people like this? Why do people watch those videos? Seriously, it's disgusting. So that feeling that you get when you watch those videos, that like, ugh, that's disgusting. Oh, fuck. Imagine taking that feeling and transferring it over to whenever you see someone's jewelry. So let me give you some examples. Earrings are a very big one for me. Whenever I see someone wearing earrings, oh, it's just so fucking, ugh! I just can't look at them. Metal bracelets, specifically like little what is it, charm bracelets? Oh, gross, disgusting. Like if there's like metal that's like dangling and it has lots of details on it, it's really gross. It really fucking, it activates that feeling of disgust. Chains, metal chains, big one. Hate them. Small coins. In America, we have dimes, nickels, quarters. We have names for the coins, but here in Australia, they don't actually do that. They just have 5 cent, 10 cent, 20 cent, 50 cent coins, right? 50 cent coins are fine for me. 20%. Okay, you know, I'll get my. 50 cent coins are fine for me. They're fine. They're big enough. 20 cent coins are fine for me. I know the sunlight's really like fucking up the reflection, because 20 cent coins are fine for me. 10 cent coins are pushing the limit. But this shit, 5 cent coins, disgusting. I don't like them. That's the one that really bothers me, okay? Another thing, I know that a lot of people who are going to be watching this video are going to be fellow Kosmemophobians. Well, hello. And you know what I just thought? I just realized that if there's someone who's watching this who has a more severe case than me, I probably shouldn't be wearing this. So I'm going to take this off now. I'm sorry. If you are watching this and have this yourself, and you've just discovered it, and you've just discovered that this phobia has a name and that you're not a freak, welcome! Welcome to the club, my friend. I welcome you with open arms. Here, let's just fucking give me a fucking fist bump right here. Okay, cool, cool, awesome. I hope that this video can really help you and make you feel that you're not alone in this world, right? And for those of you who don't have it, well, well, you get to learn something today. Cool. Okay. I say that I don't wear jewelry. I don't ever wear jewelry or anything metal because I just can't stand it. I feel so uncomfortable wearing any metal jewelry or any seeing it. Seeing it is enough to really make me feel uncomfortable, and touching someone with it who has jewelry on them, it really bothers me for the whole day. It just really bothers me. But wearing it myself really makes me uncomfortable. If I have a bracelet on that is to metal objects, I want to fucking cut my arm off. For real. I'm not even kidding. I'm being serious right now. I would actually want to cut my arm off because it bothers me so much. And I can't explain why it bothers me. It's just always been there. It's always been like this. But you say, oh well, okay, he doesn't wear jewelry or small metal objects, but he has the gall to wear that fucking watch that he was just wearing, right? Okay, so let me tell you the thing about this exception, right? The things that are fun. This watch is fine, and those of you who have Kosmemophobia, you might want to close your eyes or something, or maybe just listen to the audio of this video because I'm about to show the watch on screen. Okay, so this watch is fine for me because the face of it is big enough for me. Oh, it's so fucking disgusting to see it on screen. The face of it is big enough that it doesn't bother me, and the wrist part of it is leather, so that doesn't bother me. It would bother me if this was actually metal, but because it's leather, it doesn't bother me. And this is the only part of it that really bothers me. This thing. It would be terrible if it was completely metal, but it's not. I'm wearing this so that I can get over it somewhat, because it is at that point where it bothers me a little, but it doesn't bother me a lot. So I'm kind of wearing it to kind of desensitize me to it because I don't like it. So I said earlier that it affects the way you live and affects your relationships. What I mean by that is it's worse. It's one thing to wear metal jewelry on yourself when you have Kosmemophobia, but it is another thing to be in a romantic relationship with someone who wears jewelry. It bothers me so much. If I'm on a date with someone who has a metal necklace on or something, I can't look at them and I can't hold their hand because I can't bear it. It's just it makes me so uncomfortable to be around someone who has jewelry on them, and to even look at them. It just gives you this disgusted feeling, like you're gonna gag. It just gives you that reflex that when you watch the videos of people popping zits, it's that same feeling constantly when you're around someone who is wearing jewelry, and when you see someone who is wearing jewelry, it just gives you that icky, disgusting feeling. I don't know if this happens with anyone else who has this, but the way that my brain works is when I see someone who has jewelry on them, my brain likes to imagine the jewelry or something swirling around in my mouth, like I'm eating it or something, and it's rolling around on my tongue, and it's so disgusting. It makes me want to throw up. So whenever I see it, if I'm outside or something walking along and I think about it, I just spit on the ground. I don't do it in public when I'm around a lot of people, of course. If I'm by myself, I'll just spit to try and get rid of it, and I'll wipe my face or my mouth, and I'll just do the whole ugh. If I see someone with earrings, I like to wipe my ears and try and get rid of it because my brain likes to imagine that shit, and it just grosses me out so much. And that really affects the way that you see people as well, because when you are around someone who's wearing lots of jewelry, like, you know those old ladies who like to wear like tons of jewelry, like they're a fucking Egyptian goddess? I hate that. That is the word for me. Like the old ladies who like wear all that jewelry. Oh, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? It just makes me so... Oh. For example, I work at a hospital where a lot of my co-workers are older women who like to wear lots of jewelry. There are those people who like to wear the lots of jewelry, particularly one lady who I work with in the same area in the hospital. She likes to wear lots of jewelry all the time, and I know when she's coming around the corner because I can hear her. Like, I can work effectively and all that, but not with her around. For real. It bothers me that much. The way that I deal with that is I just don't look at her, and I don't really talk to her, right? If she was not wearing any jewelry of any kind at all, I would probably be like really good friends with her because she seems like a really nice person, but I just don't. The way that I deal with it is I just avoid her, and that's like me missing out on a possible friendship or something because she wears so much jewelry all the time, right? And she doesn't know. It's not her fault, but it really does stress me out. The worst is like eating lunch with everyone at work because like I said, there's a few old ladies who wear lots of jewelry, right? And I think everyone that I work with who is an older lady who has earrings, and that's the thing that really bothers me. So what I do is I just can't eat lunch with them. I don't even like go to the cafeteria most of the time. I just sit in the ward that I'm in and I just eat my lunch there. Because I can't even like eat my lunch around them. Like, can you imagine, like, I'm eating food, and if I see people with earrings on, I imagine the metal objects in my food, and I'm eating them, and it's just disgusting. That's just how my brain works. It's so weird. I don't know why it does that. This has happened for as long as I can remember, but that's just how my brain works. So I don't know. And if anyone who is watching this video has that exact same problem, welcome to the club. Glad to have you. I know it's an extraordinarily rare thing to have. I don't think that many people have it, but it is a real thing, and I wanted to just talk about this on camera because I don't really get the chance to talk about this with other people that much because it's kind of embarrassing. You know, it's something that is so weird and unusual that you think you're just a freak, you know? You think that, like, well, no one else is dealing with this. Like, what is wrong with me? There's something wrong with me. Just like, it's just a weird quirk about me that I have. And, you know, I remember when I found out that it actually had a name. I just one day randomly looked it up, like the fear or intense disgust of small metal objects. And the Kosmemophobia came up. And I looked more and more into it, and I found forums and videos of people talking about it, and I was like, it's a real thing. It has a name. I'm not alone. I'm not a freak. Like, it's an actual thing. I know, I remember feeling so much better. And there's not actually that many videos about this topic on YouTube or really on the internet, so I just wanted to make this video so that there is a video about someone actually talking about this more into depth, right? Because I remember that comforting feeling of finding out that other people actually are dealing with the same thing. And it was so comforting. So anyone who is watching this who has Kosmemophobia, has this intense disgust at small metal objects, and it just makes your mouth water and makes you get this intense disgust feeling, you're not alone. I wanted to let you know you're not alone. And it's not a weird thing that you're dealing with on your own, like other people have it, and it's a thing. And I really don't know. I wish I knew why my brain did this. I wish I knew what caused it, but it just seems like I was born with it because I don't remember anything, any memories at all, so traumatic that it caused me to have this, like, phobia of jewelry. Is so disgusting. If I remember the first instance of it happening was when I was very little and my mom got her ears pierced, and she got those little metal studs. It makes me feel like jittery just thinking about it, you know? But I remember seeing them and just like feeling so grossed out. Like I had this gag reflex when I saw it, and I didn't know why. I didn't want to make her feel bad and tell her like, oh, that just looks disgusting, like, because I don't want to make her feel bad, like make her feel ugly or anything. If you wear jewelry, you're not. I don't feel disgusted because you look ugly with jewelry on. I feel disgusted because I'm disgusted with small nose objects and shit. And it's not your fault. You look like, I'm sure, you know, if you're wearing a lot of jewelry, you look pretty. But for me, and for other people who are dealing with this, it doesn't. Like, if I see someone who's wearing jewelry, that's all they are to me, right? Is just someone, is the jewelry that they're wearing, because I can't see them as a person. I don't see, like, their personality or any of their traits or attributes or anything. I just see the jewelry that they're wearing, and it really bothers me. My brain will not let go of it. And that's really it. That's really it. That's all I had to really say. So, if you want to see more videos of me talking, I got a music channel, subscribe. So anyways, bye.